Hello and welcome to this new part of Super Danganronpa Another 2. We are in the middle of the 5th trial. We are about to beat Iroha's ass.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So, we shall see if that actually happens.
Yeah, let's go.
Super.
Yeah.
Hehe.
I love how it gave you a save before that. That's funny.
Yes, and then gave me a save again. Whatever, I guess.
Alright, let's go. The body discovery announcement. Back then, I was too busy panicking to notice, but something was off about it. When we broke down the door and entered the room, we four all saw Terria's body.
Yes.
Yet the body discovery announcement was not made. Why was that the case?
Because it was just a drawing instead of the real deal. You're right. With 4 people discovering the body, the announcement should have been made. But the announcement was only made after we found the body again in the East broadcasting room.
Oh, she's using her brain for once. Congratulations, Yoriko. You've actually, rubbed your brain cells together. I don't know why I'm even mentioning you doing a good job, but let's move on. Perhaps it was just the case that Teria was still alive when you found him in the West Broadcasting Room? No, the corpse that we found in the East storage room was cold and rigid. Only a few minutes had passed between when we first discovered him in the West and when we arrived at the East Broadcasting Room. If he had died during this time, his body should have been still warm and soft.
Teria was poisoned, right? I imagine he probably died a while ago. After all, you couldn't find him after searching everywhere for days, right?
I agree. Teria was probably kept inside the East storage room all this time after being poisoned to death.
The door to the storage room was hidden by paint covering the walls. So of course we couldn't find him. We didn't even know the existence of the place he was in. This is amazing. We've solved every trick related to the crime scene. I don't know. I don't think it's every trick yet, but
Yeah, not every trick. We got a few points left.
so all we gotta do is find the person who did it.
The culprit's identity.
Kinda ironic, isn't it? All this questioning about how they did it basically revealed who it did as well. Iroha, your ass is gonna get clapped so hard.
It's still weird because she's not smart enough to pull this shit off by herself.
Yep, but
She's really not.
yeah, but I'm grabbing popcorn for this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, do I even have to spell it out? We all know that there's only one person capable of doing this.
Exactly as Yoriko said. The trick was only possible by one individual among us. God damn it! What is with these translations and this phrase?
You know, in the first 13 parts of this Let's Play, we already had 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Though I wonder if we ever get to the over 20 we had in the first game.
My thing is, I want to go back and recount all of them. It will take me forever once I finally get all of the footage, but I want to go back and recount every one to make sure we didn't miss any. And then I want to put a total in our tier list video of how many among us were between both games, because this is ridiculous. Like, thank you, Lanús, but this is ridiculous.
Oopsie daisy, so many.
I wanted to talk more, but now that we've uncovered the truth, we have to reveal that person. The identity of the killer who murdered Teria. Iroha. God, look at all the fucking dead portraits.
Welp.
She's seen some shit. The culprit who The culprit who fooled our eyes through hyper-realistic paintings and killed Teria. You've been silent for quite a while now, haven't you? Iroha needs you. Girly Pop's not vibing.
Nope.
Anyway.
Oopsie
We don't need to
daisy.
change any equipments, I don't think, because we don't have extras to equip, even if we did. And it's not like Shoubai's fucking here anymore to buy things.
Yeah.
Iroha, this trick could have only been done by you. You're the culprit of this case.
Iroha.
Oh wait, this is all based on the fact that it was a drawing on the wall, correct? But can we really be sure on that?
I mean, someone tech-savvy could have made a photo of his corpse on a white background.
I think he's more calling attention to the fact that she is dumb as bricks.
Ah.
Knowing him, that is exactly why he's interjecting here.
What is it with you again?
I just have a hard time believing it, that's all. Even if it's a drawing meant to fool our eyes. In the end, a drawing is a drawing. I'm sure there would have been clear discrepancies compared to the real one we'd notice. We didn't have many chances to look at the painting to actually notice those differences. Before the case happened, it was just white paint covering some walls, so we barely even took notice of it. And even after, when the crime had occurred, we only saw the painting of Teria twice.
Through the video announcement and when we actually broke into the room, right?
Yes, and the former really shouldn't count considering the subpar resolution of the video quality. Even when we actually witnessed it with our own eyes, it was blurred with the creepy video from the projector. The room was dark, and he was far away. Yeah, that was another reason for the projector, was probably to obscure that. Aside from the actual mechanism, but yeah. Definitely not enough for us to see through it as a painting from a glance. And since the sprinklers had erased the drawing afterwards, we had no way of checking it thoroughly.
Honestly, I do wonder, no one properly checked that thing, did they now?
Mm-mm.
Man.
Not at all. I mean, to be fair, we have one person left on cast who has brain cells, and no one's listening to him.
To be fair, in this case, he never would have said anything.
Yeah, fair.
But even with those limitations, you would still need to be a real professional to fool us. And the only one with enough skills to produce such delicate drawings, paintings, is you, Iroha.
She is not vibing. Iroha, is there anything you'd like to object to? Tell us now. Have fun voicing all of these lines, because she... I also love this face. It's one of my favorite sprites of her.
It suits so well. What you say? Whoa, she's vibrating like crazy. It's a culprit. Oh man, I apologize if anyone can absolutely not understand what I'm saying, but you see what I'm dealing with.
Nah, you're understandable. It's fine.
You might not know this, but trigger is no easy feat.
But aren't you the ultimate artist? I recall you bragging numerous times about being able to draw paintings of any genre.
The ultimate artist is something they can do.
Girly Pop cannot lie to save her life.
She cannot.
Iroha, although we've all suspected you for a long time, can't say I feel good about having to be the bad cop here. But if she really is the culprit, we can't let our feelings cloud our judgment. Let us prove that Iroha is the culprit.
Non-stop debate.
Alrighty. Sprinklers, connecting bridge, your cross account, prop cloth. The terrier from the west was just a drawing, that much is obvious. The rear terrier was already dead inside the east storage room. And you're the only person who can draw such convincing paintings, Iroha. The culprit! Then who else here do you suppose could produce such paintings? I don't know.
Hold on, I've got one question to ask you. Sora said that sprinklers had washed away the painting on the wall. But that would cause the painting to trickle down and wet the floor. Yet there was no evidence explaining that. How do you explain this?
Yeah, what he said, I think. Yeah.
If it's true that Iroha painted the wall, there must have been something preventing evidence of it from being left behind.
Well, evidence was left behind, but no one looked at it.
Yeah. I've got to think through about what I investigated. There I'll find the truth.
My.
Yeah.
Man. I'm again trying to translate something in German to English. I want to say something.
Yeah.
How to say it so it sounds as cool as in the original. I guess it would be something like having the finest arguments here, I see, with the most high quality arguments.
Okay. Yeah.
Sehr hohes Niveau.
Yeah. It's alright. There's no need to worry about the washed off paints. All the culprit had to do was mop paint up with the prop cloth they had already prepared. Prop cloth? You mean that dirty piece of blanket on the scene? Yes, I imagine it got stained from being used multiple times as a stage prop. That cloth was used to soak up the paint that had trickled down from the wall.
It was so stained and we didn't acknowledge the paint soaked on it before. But doesn't that paint stain make that theory of the culprit using the painting more concrete? Agreed. If it weren't for the painting, there wasn't any reason to put that there near the wall.
As previous... I'm having a day. As previously mentioned, the storage room door was already sealed by paint when we first investigated the city. In other words, whoever did it was planning to kill Teria right from the day we arrived here.
Iroha, you... So, you really did kill Teria? No, I'm not the bad guy. I'm the culprit. Wait. That's it. That's gotta be it.
Iroha? Oh yeah, have fun.
Do you have to throw a tantrum this way?
I don't know why you're surprised.
Yeah, I thought of a way now. I got it now. I can't be the culprit, cuz... Oh, I didn't mean it like I came up with it now. I mean, anyway, I just have to tell you why I can't be the culprit, right? Then, here I go. Connecting bridge, sprinklers.
I don't have the exact weak point ready for you. I just know
Man.
what the right arrow is.
Would have broadcasted that video. She saw me there. Work all the way around.
Okay, it's that one. It was that one. It was that one. It's the connecting bridge on Walk All the Way Around. I'm fairly certain. Iroha's argument seems to make sense. However, there's definitely something wrong in there somewhere. I just need to listen carefully and refute it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes!
Still the right strategy. Fuck everything else.
You're just like, no. Oh, man.
Don't even try.
Yeah. No, Iroha, there's a connecting bridge. You can move between the two broadcasting rooms quickly using the bridge.
And if a certain someone
Yeah.
fixed the bug, if it ever was a bug in the first place.
Yeah, my boy.
Another feature. What? Matsura wasn't a connecting bridge.
Sora, it seems you have forgotten about the bridge, that the bridge currently isn't in operation right now. Did I not spend precious time ever since arriving on this island running about to tell all of you how dangerous it was? It would be to try and cross.
He's right, Sora. Don't get me wrong. Iroha's the most suspicious one here. But that logic doesn't make sense. We couldn't use the bridge, so Iroha's alibi is sound.
I'm not sure about that. Was the bridge really not in use?
What do you mean by?
Didn't anyone feel like there was something off about the bridge? Both when Mikado first told us about the bridge and when we were investigating it. I felt there was this strangeness to it.
Strangeness?
That was when I thought of a possibility. I was confident on it once we had figured out about Iroha's art trick. The problem is, there's no way to really prove this.
Yeah, Mikado made sure of that.
Yeah, boyo. Oh yeah, that's right. This is where his interjection here falls apart. I love this part. If you're concerned about the investigation of the crime scene, it can be re-allowed if there is a majority vote to do so. Get fucked, hubby! Like, you tried! You tried, my boy, but it's not gonna work!
Nice one, Monocro.
Yeah, my boy, love him.
What?
If you're concerned about the investigation of the crime scene, it can be re-allowed if there's a majority vote to do so. Now, hold on! Monocro, you're not supposed to... A re-examination, you say? So an investigation is still possible during the class trial? Class will be given a chance to pause the class trial and re-examine the crime scene under the majority rule.
Since when did we have such a rule in the system?
Probably got re-implemented whenever Mikado reloaded him. What an oversight, my boy. Can't believe you left that in there and nearly fucked it. Everyone, this may be our chance to solve the mystery of the connecting bridge. Monocro, please allow us to reinvestigate the connecting bridge once more. You need a majority vote to proceed. Didn't you hear me? I told you to wait, you useless bird. What do you even think you're doing? I never gave you the administrator rights to do things like... Wait. I see. The reset.
Ah, connecting the thingies now, eh?
He fucking forgot to take that out. I love him, but he's a bit of an idiot sometimes.
I don't know what he's muttering to himself, but why is he acting so flustered about all this? Good question. This is getting real fishy, Sora. I'm all up for it. We need a second look at the bridge again. Same here. Everyone? Shouldn't we focus on the trial?
I love how two of them are like, no, and then the other three are like, yes, and it's like, that's a majority. We now have a majority vote. Class trial will be paused immediately, and we will move to the corresponding room.
Thank you, Monocles. You're the best. I want to pick you up and give you squishies.
We really left the trial grounds. I guess it is still the same building. Well, all we had to do was go up in the elevator after all. Sweating.
Iroha's not vibing.
Sweating?
She's sweating.
Sora, watch out.
No, I'm gonna be fine. See, what did I tell you? The bug is still present. Now, how about we leave this dangerous place? Watch me carefully, everyone.
Is that your handbook?
I'm going to throw it onto the bridge.
What? But Sora, won't it fall down and break? Losing your handbook is against the rules. Let's not do anything reckless.
No, if my theory is correct, we won't have to worry about that.
What do you mean?
Oink. Oink. Oh, Mikado, you sussy little shit.
He just...
He wanted to
Didn't
make
put-
sure nobody walked on it.
Yep, he didn't install the textures from this angle.
Not quite, but we'll get there.
What?
I knew it.
Wait, Sora, are you really going to...
She's floating.
My girl has become God.
Yes.
Anyway. As you can see, you can cross the bridge. Use the same trick that they used on the broadcasting room wall on this bridge. Which means the whole thing was painted.
Ah. Oh, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. And we found Iroha passed out outside of a room. Just on a bench. In the street. Remember? Painted on the floor, wall, and ceiling of the bridge to completely mimic the outside scenery.
For real? Hold on.
And remember what Monocro said about that you cannot approach this place, the towers at night, and it would be enforced the same way as the rules?
Because then it wouldn't work anymore.
Well, because then you'd see Iroha painting the whole ass bridge, and you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and also you can't really... I mean, the color of the sky and everything, color changes within a day, so...
That too. That too.
You're right. It was a painting all along. You can quite literally rub the paint off. Once you go on the bridge, the illusion of the drawing seems to wear off.
Trick arts are designed to fool you only if you look at it from a specific angle. If you look in front of the bridge entrance, it looks like the bridge had disappeared from that perspective. But from this angle, it doesn't look anything like the real scenery.
How did you figure this out, Sora?
Of course, I didn't even have a hint of doubt at first, nor would I have dared testing it. Even though I was fooled, when I first opened the door to this bridge, I had felt like it through my brain that the feeling of my body was about to drop from this height. Vertigo. She's referencing vertigo. But I finally realized what the strangeness that I felt when Mikado had caught me from falling was. There was no wind blowing here. Yeah, he was trying to prevent her from stepping on the bridge, because then she would have figured everything
Mm.
out. I love him, and don't get me wrong, that was smooth as hell what he did to her, but also, you little shits.
Hmm.
I love him.
Well, well, well.
Indeed.
Oh, so that's how it was. This is a building of extreme height, and there was no bridge, and there was only open space, so you would suspect a strong breeze due to the altitude difference.
That was just a hunch, so I was about to further test it during the investigation. When I ran out of time, thanks to Mikado. And when we figured out that the culprit had used the paintings in their murder trick, I immediately thought of the possibility of this being the case.
I see. Me and Yuki never actually checked the bridge out ourselves, so we had no idea. Only Sora was able to come to this conclusion, since she was the only one who checked the bridge with her own eyes. Well, we all did have a lot of stuff going on ever since we've arrived here. Then this proves that the connecting bridge was usable when the crime had happened. Well then. Well then.
Iroha, what do you have to say for yourself?
Say something. Come on, we're all waiting here. So, I guess this is confirmed then. There's one thing that's been bugging me. So, if Iroha's the culprit, that means she came up with the locked room mystery trick with the projector. But
Thank you, Yuki, for using brain cells, because he also is realizing, wait, she's not smart enough for this. This can't be right.
Yeah. But do you really think that's possible with her intellect?
What a classy way of saying, do you really think that this is the case when she is that dumb? Like, hello? Like, Yuki, I respect that.
Well, she is an idiot, I guess.
Same brain cell of everyone in this trial room except for Iroha. She's a moron.
Man, and Iroha, of course, immediately jumps at that and is like, yeah, indeed, I am stupid.
It's excellent. God damn it, I love this case.
Man.
Yeah, how can all this idiot like me think of something that smart?
You're really gonna go that low?
Of course she will. She's a coward.
Yes, she has no shame.
No, everyone, even that can be possible.
With the help of an accomplice.
Exactly, we're getting there. As this case wasn't done by Iroha alone, there was an accomplice.
Is that so? You're really carrying this case, Sora.
Of course she is. When does she not? Think of the connecting bridge we found just now. As you now know, the bridge was made invisible using trick art, but that was always usable. The reason we didn't question the bridge's existence was because someone told us that the connecting bridge was not in use due to a bug. With that, we have our conclusion. The person who fed us false information about the bridge, they are the accomplice of this case.
Indeed.
Yeah, Mikado Sanoji, my babes, how could you? I love him. I respect his rights and his wrongs. Wouldn't you agree, Mikado?
Mikado is an accomplice.
Why did it take me so long to realize it? Oh, because you were swept up in his charm, dear, that's why! Every time I got near the connecting bridge, Mikado had stopped me somehow.
Yep.
When I first opened the bridge entrance door, when I tried to visit the bridge during the investigation.
Man, Mikado really installed an event listener to all the entrances of the bridge, eh?
Yeah. But my, was that a close call? You would have definitely fell to your doom if it wasn't for that one super awesome wizard guy who can also teleport, I love him, sorry. He's great. Well, I'm also doing my earnest best to investigate, but it just so happens that I have a question for you.
So he was always on the lookout. That way nobody would figure out the truth about the connecting bridge.
Yeah. If we did know about this... Oh my god. If we did know about this world's existence as a virtual world, we wouldn't have believed the story about the bridge being a bug.
Wait, so did he openly admit this world being a virtual world just to lead us to that?
Yes. I don't know if he had calculated that far, but Mikado is definitely an accomplice for this case, for that much I'm sure. Now hold on, all I did was inform you about this world's rules. I myself knew nothing about this connecting bridge.
Yeah, right.
I love him, but yeah, you're full of shit here, my babes. You are.
What do you mean you knew nothing? You clearly set this up with Iroha.
There's actually another evidence that proves you were teaming up with Iroha. This also has something to do with the paintings.
Care to explain, Sora?
As I previously mentioned, the storage room door was always covered with paint the day after we had arrived. Don't you find it a bit weird? When did the culprit have time to paint the wall?
Good question.
Uh-huh.
Well, didn't you say that the culprit had planned to murder as soon as they arrived here? No, that can't be it. When we arrived on this island, it was already midnight. Monocro said that the Twin Towers were off limits during midnight, remember?
Yes, but why? And that was another lie by Mikado.
What? So that was Mikado's lie?
I knew something was up when I first heard that rule. I kinda glossed over it since it was Monocro who announced it, but he specifically said, this rule is going to be enforced at the same level as the school rules.
Which is weird, why not just install a new school rule?
Yeah. Why even do that? If you wanted to ban it, wouldn't it be better to state it in the rules directly?
Good point. So, this is how it went. Mikado and Iroha worked together from the start to murder Teria upon arriving on the 5th island. And after they announced the false rule of not permitting entrance to the twin buildings, they went straight to work. Yeah, it was weird when you really think about it, calling us suddenly in the middle of the night to make us walk across the bridge. They were in on it the whole time.
Yes, the plan was likely executed by Iroha, but the planning itself was done by Mikado. With this, we've broken through Iroha's defense of I'm too stupid to think of all this. Yeah, you have. If there's any objection to the theory we've proposed, we'd like to hear them now. He really is just...
But the real question is who actually killed Teria then?
Oh, you know.
Well. Why don't you trust me, everyone?
Oh, this is the worst thing you could have asked. You really want to lay on them?
Okay, but Rina, dear, do you really think that she would be smart enough to know how to defend herself when she's backed this far into a corner?
Of course not, but man, she really took the shovel in her own hand and started digging on her own.
She doesn't know how to defend herself. Like, whether she's innocent or not, she doesn't know how to defend herself. That's the thing here. She doesn't know. She's too stupid for it.
Yep.
Which makes it even funnier that, like, regardless of whichever one of them is the culprit, that Mikado's just silent, because either way it benefits him.
Yep.
I wouldn't team up with someone like this to murder someone. I would never. We were gonna defeat Void together with the power of friendship, remember?
Unfortunately, my dear, you are the last void.
Yes.
And you cannot betray him as it is in the rules now, so... No.
Iroha, do you even know why we're not surprised with you teaming up with Mikado? It's because we long suspected you as the last Void member.
You're also just not good at lying about that either, because you were so suspicious. But okay. Yoriko.
That's alright, Sora. I mean, there's no point in hiding it anymore. Iroha Nijui, you are a Void, aren't you?
I love him. He literally is just like, well... I love him so much. He's so funny.
Hey.
Very not a void. Sure, I love you, see.
Ever since Nikkei revealed himself as a Void, your actions were undoubtedly suspicious.
See, Yuki has half a brain cell because he's been able to notice her odd behaviors ever since then. You are the only Yuki I can tolerate. Between you, fake Yuki, and the two Utsuros. You. I choose you. You can stay. Sometimes you're on my good side and in my good books. Other times I cannot fucking stand you. But at this point, you actually have brain cells and I fucking appreciate it. God bless. The rest of them, get rid of them, I'm tired.
And by process of elimination, it's obvious that you're the one who pushed Sora off the Tower of Babel.
And he just lays in with that, like,
yeah.
Good. Excellent. She has no defense for that, because it actually happened. No, wait just a minute. It is still too early to decide Iroha as the culprit. We still have... Iroha? Yeah, there's her void, CG.
You told me it wouldn't turn out this way.
You, shut your mouth! I don't know what you're talking about.
Mikado, did you expect anything else?
The fact that he expected her to keep her mouth shut during this is really funny to me, because I'm just like, boyo, did you really expect the dumbest person of your group to actually do what you said? Like, honey, this is not the one that you want following your directions. She's too fucking stupid.
Yep.
I love this banter here, though, because, like, it's just them going back and forth, though. It's so great.
Man, and the other three are just like, man.
Yeah, they're just like, man. Just waiting for it all to be over.
Mikado, you told me I wouldn't die if I did that. Please save me. You told me I would live if I listened to everything you said.
That's one thing you should not have listened to about it. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Alright, I get it, so shut up. Can't you see I'm doing my best to think of a rebuttal right now?
This is a circus now.
I know, it's great! It's the fucking peanut gallery!
Most unserious murder double IC.
It's so good.
Mikado.
Oh, can I take that as a yes? You're a void and the culprit?
Wait, no, that's not. I'm not the culprit. I'm not a void either. I just wanted to.
She's so pathetic. She's like a pathetic wet cat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, I'm making a lot of interesting Iroha noises today, but also they kinda sound like the whining of a dog.
she's like a pathetic wet puppy. I'm sorry. She's so stupid. She's just so stupid. She's so stupid and pathetic, and it's really funny to me.
Yep.
Like, she is pure comedic relief, and I appreciate it. And you know what? You can actually tell in Linda's writing that she's his favorite of two. Like, just from this trial alone.
Oh,
It's so funny to me.
Yeah, I appreciate her everything, I must say. Not a favorite, but man, good that you're here, actually.
Like she really grew on Ha when we got far enough, because at first everyone was just fucking bullying her while we were playing, and then when it got to this trial, everyone's like, yeah, Iroha's all right, actually. She's great, actually. And everyone's just like, yeah, she can stick around. She's okay.
The charm of the stupidest puppy you've ever seen in your life.
The stupidest, most pathetic puppy you've ever fucking seen.
Yep.
Resisting till the end, huh, Iroha? She basically admitted her crime at this point. Let's send her off with the final nail in the coffin. Yeah, have fun.
Alrighty. Well,
Yeah.
I usually get used to doing this after a while.
Her voice lines are so squeaky. I'm so sorry. You're just gonna listen to her just scream over and over again. I'm so sorry.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, the Bob Ross reference. It's fucking excellent.
Alright, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Ah.
I also just love the little monochrome painting in the background. It's excellent.
Meine Güte. You're really gonna force me to...
She doesn't get any better, I'm sorry. Like, next to Nikke, she's probably the most annoying terminal talk.
Meh.
Oh shit.
Meh. Meh.
You're still doing fine. The last remaining void.
Yeah, the last remaining lightning void.
What is
The fucking white flag. I'm sorry, that's beautiful. It's so funny.
Funny how she got easier with time.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. You were having an easier time when she went faster, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just be quiet while you focus.
I mean, the blue and pink one, they are massive. The green ones are easy.
Yeah, the pink ones, I think, are 5 shots, and the blue, I think, are 3 or 4. So yeah, that scans. The green are only 2, and then the yellow's 1. Iroha, you asked Mikado for help just now, didn't you? That one act implies 3 other things in this trial. 1. Iroha's a Void member. 2. Mikado is an accomplice who helped Iroha in this case. 3. You're the culprit who killed Teria.
Does it paint me as the culprit? Alright then, I'm a Void member. So what? That doesn't make me the culprit, does it?
You've got to be kidding me.
Iroha, you're so pathetic, it's funny. I'm sorry, I can't. The culprit should have went straight to the Twin Towers to work on the broadcasting room walls, in the bridge on the night we arrived. Work was already done the next morning when I investigated, so the only time frame the culprit had was the night before. That means the culprit knew the rule of not allowing entrance to the Twin Towers during nighttime was a false rule. That rule was a lie made up by Mikado, but it was announced to us not by him, but Monocro. So there was no way anyone would know that the rule was a lie, nor did anyone have any reason to doubt it. Unless that person is a Void member. If you're a Void, then you would know in advance that such a rule did not exist. In fact, you would never know that unless you were sided with the mastermind himself. Thus, the person able to perform this case's murder trick was someone with the required art skills and someone who's a Void member. Yeah, you're fucked, girly. You're done. You're done, son. And it just so happens to be that you admitted that you're a Void member. This is equivalent to admitting that you're the culprit. So let me emphasize the fact that Iroha was deep asleep at the bus station when we arrived. Wake up, Iroha. You're going to catch cold if you sleep here.
What? Sora, where are we?
We're outside, Iroha. How tired can you be to fall asleep in a place like this?
What? I fell asleep? Here?
Yes, you did. Did you not get enough sleep last night? Don't tell me you slept here all night.
Huh? As if. Why would I ever be on the streets when there are hotels everywhere? It's just that I couldn't sleep well, just like you said.
I didn't think much of it at the time, but now that I think about it...
It was because she spent an all-nighter drawing paintings, huh?
Exactly.
That's not true. It's Mikado. He's the culprit. Turns out he's actually better at painting than I am.
Oh man,
Oh, you were hilarious.
if you only had just the slightest amount of brain cells, you would have said, well, I am the accomplice to Mikado.
Yeah, exactly. You would have said that instead, which would have carried more water. And then they would have asked you how, and then you would have been able to dally up something to try and steer it towards his direction. But no, you're too stupid to defend yourself, girly.
Yep.
Why would I ever kill Teria? We were really close.
And they were, actually. That is actually truth. They were actually pretty close.
Oh, we were rainbow buddies. Oh, we talked to each other a lot and
I think it's time you give up.
Huh?
It's over. I tried my best, but you blurted out everything with your own mouth. This plan was a failure. I need to at least save myself out of this. It was my mistake leaving it to someone as stupid as you.
No, you can't.
So you're fessing up? That you're an accomplice who helped Iroha in this case? I wouldn't call coming up with the entire plan as just play and helping if I were you.
Bitter, I see.
He basically just told her what to fucking do.
Yeah.
I love him. Do you seriously think this useless idiot could think of anything by herself? All that she did was just carry out the dirty deed.
Wait, so you helped Iroha knowing that you would die?
What do you mean, Yuki?
If we didn't figure out the culprit and failed the class trial, everyone except Iroha would die, right? And that included Mikado, who came up with the whole plan.
Okay, but Iroha can't defend herself, meaning that he loses nothing here. Because,
Yeah.
like, she would just get killed and he'd be like, dee, I'm good, bye. Death has no meaning to me.
Yeah, Iroha is basically a sacrificial lamb, yeah.
Basically, yes, she is. She is livestock. Iroha being the last survivor of this killing game was just going to be the last step to our grand plan.
That makes no sense, and you know it.
I see why he's saying this, but it's fine. You'll know later. What do you mean by that? And why do I have to tell you that? Anyways, now that Iroha has gone and messed everything up, my plans need severe revisions. This is quite upsetting. Let us end the class trial quick and get things over with.
Wait! Don't do this to me, Mikado. Did my best, you know?
I like how you think that's good enough, sweetheart. It's not.
Well, she did paint a shit ton.
Yeah, but it's not enough for him. It's not.
Yeah. She probably should have just, I don't know, invented the reason why she couldn't talk this class trial, and everything probably would have went better.
Honestly, yeah. They still would have probably prodded her and be like, you have to contribute. And she would have been like, I don't wanna.
I have a cold. You can talk. I have a cold, I can't speak.
I mean, probably would have been more productive for her.
I know, honestly. Oh, girly pop.
Never from Nikkei. I stayed loyal till the end. All because I believed in your words. I did my best. And you're saying it's all over? I'm gonna die at this rate. Please, help.
Your loyalness to me. The only reason you didn't betray me was because I threatened you with the school rules. If you hadn't just told everyone about what we did, we could have turned the tables to win this class trial. You've got nobody to blame but your own incompetence of not being able to keep your cool.
No, this can't be happening. I did everything to survive. I even dirtied my hands for this. I can't even go back to my normal life anymore.
Unfortunate for you.
How could you do this to me?
Iroha.
Sora, please save me.
That is not the appeal you should be making, girl.
The fact that I was survived. You with everything I've done. Just please save me.
Even if you somehow pulled that off, you would be killed for breaking the school rules. Your demise was destined from the beginning.
No.
Looks like she stopped responding.
Iroha EXE has stopped working.
Yeah. Iroha, even if you beg of us to help you, it's just too late. Everything is over for you.
Now then, Sora, would you please summarize the case for us like you always do? As the finishing blow to this poor wretched soul here. Why would you suggest such a thing? After such a letdown of a class trial, I have no reason to continue this foolery. Let us get rid of the girl whom nobody wants, and finally commence with the true endgame of this killing school trip.
Nah, I would adopt her.
You can have her, I will take him. Goodbye. That is all I have to say there. You can have her. I don't want her. It seems like Iroha doesn't even have the strength to struggle anymore. It does feel a bit cruel, but this is a class trial. Let us put an end to this. It takes Sippy.
We do not need an explanation. It is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. And plus, we have Iroha's fucking ability, so this will take like 2 seconds.
Yeah, we're beating her with our own ability, man.
God damn, yeah. Little monochrome CG, I love monochrome.
Oof, oof.
Yeah.
I have to commend Lineage for his sheer overcompensation in CGs in 2 compared to 1, because I guess he felt there weren't enough CGs in 1, and also maybe some feedback from the fans. But like, oh my god, the sheer amount of time 2 probably must have taken in comparison to 1, because of the CGs alone. Because you gotta do, like, for the final here, he even throws in red herring CGs. Hello?
I probably... Yeah, that's...
The effort? The production value? Sir? You know, he's actually in a paid game now. Like, he worked on a paid game. It's, like, completely original.
Yeah, it's always good when people also get to work on stuff and get paid for it.
I want to play that one at some point, but it's a very different genre. It's like a deck builder, dungeon crawler sort of thing with time loops. It's kind of the foundation of it's kind of interesting, but like very repetitive gameplay. I want to say think like almost any Project Moon game, but that's not quite on the nose either. A Chrono Arc if you're ever interested in looking at it.
I think you sent me the link once.
I might have, yeah. Probably around the first time I found out about it because I got really excited.
Yeah. No, I do like dungeon crawlers. Funny enough, when
it definitely has turn-based combat.
Yeah, and I even like roguelikes.
Yeah, I would say it's a deck builder roguelike is probably the best way to explain it.
Oh, can't see shit in here.
Yeah, some of the effects on these images are
a bit harsh on the eyes.
Oh lord, here comes me talking. After the 5th class trial, we hurriedly moved through the 5th... See, I'm already fucking up. After the 5th class trial, we hurriedly moved to the 5th island right away. Unbeknownst to us, the culprit had already planned to murder Teria with Mikado. This was because the culprit was a Void member. The culprit and Mikado made up the false rule of no entering the Twin Towers during nighttime, and went straight to prepare the crime scene. And by preparation, they needed to cover up the door to the storage room from the broadcasting rooms with paint. They needed to draw trick art on the connecting bridge and make it seem like it disappeared from our sights. Mikado tried to fool us, saying that the bridge had a bug. And because of what happened in the Tower of Babel with the virtual worlds, not one of us even had a hint of doubt. After these preparations were done, Teria was kidnapped and poisoned to death by the culprit at some point. His corpse was kept inside the east storage room. Since we didn't even know of the existence of the room, we weren't able to find a single sign of him. And on that fateful day, the culprit prepared a little premonition video for us. I first moved to the east broadcasting room to create a stab wound on the Teria corpse. This was the red herring planted in relation to the broadcast they would soon make. Then they erased the paint hiding the door to the storage room and moved to the west broadcasting room. Once they arrived at the west broadcasting room, the culprit first carried out their plan to create a locked room mystery. The locked room mystery required locking the door automatically using the film projector. Culprit picked up a creepy film to be slotted into the projector and covered it with yellow phosphorus. They then hung the film through the sprinklers and stuck it to the door's lock with tape. With this, by turning the projector on, the culprit was able to lock the door without being inside the room, as the film will put the door's lock. The culprit then started drawing Teria on the wall. They tried to imitate Teria's appearance lying dead in the east storage room. Because the culprit had great talents in painting, they were able to draw a trick art of Teria, messing with our depth perception. After all preparations were done, the culprit used the computers to broadcast the footage to the whole city. And they filmed themselves holding a knife while approaching Teria. While in actuality, it was just a painting of Teria, but there was no way to know that from just the footage. Oh, fucking kill me, there's 2 more pages of this. But that wasn't all there was to it. The culprit then broke one of the windows. This made us think that the culprit maybe broke the window to escape, but because the building was so high up, chances of that were very low. The real reason the culprit broke the window was because they needed a glass shard. They crushed the shards to create glass powder, and they spread it on a piece of paper. The culprit tied the paper with the glass powder on it to the sprinklers. They arranged it so that the side of the paper with glass powder on it faces the side of the film with the yellow phosphorus on it. This was to make it so that once the door was forced open, the film would roll back in, causing the fire by friction in between the 2 materials activated by the sprinklers. Once the trick was finished, all they had to do was turn on the projector and immediately leave the room. And just like the culprit intended, the door was locked by the tape, and the film had stopped rolling. At this point, we had each all seen the broadcast and headed towards the west broadcasting room. The culprit didn't have much time to spare. To create their alibi, the culprit used the bridge to move over to the east building. They went down the elevator and out to the east area and met Yoriko, thus creating their alibi. Originally, we thought that the culprit who had been inside the west broadcasting room suddenly appeared in the east area was impossible. This was because we thought that the connecting bridge was out of use. That was exactly the culprit's plan. The culprit finally regrouped with everyone and helped break down the door to the west broadcasting room. Once the door was destroyed, the film started rolling again, casting the video on the painted wall. At the same time, the fire was caused beneath the sprinklers from the friction between the yellow phosphorus and glass powder. So before we got a chance to address the situation, the sprinklers activated and we had to leave the room. Because of the strong water sprays of the sprinklers, all of the paint on the wall was washed off. So the body had disappeared, and in its place, the storage room door appeared instead. If we didn't come up with the painting theory, we would have never solved this trick. Here, the paint should have trickled down onto the floor. Because the culprit anticipated this and placed a prop cloth near the wall, cloth soaked up all the paint, leaving barely any trace at all. Cloth was already pretty stained and dirty, so we never realized that it had just recently soaked up the paint. As soon as we noticed Teria had disappeared, we searched frantically for him and eventually found his body in the East Broadcasting Room storage room. With this, the culprit had pulled off the locked room mystery and managed to fool us into thinking the body had somehow teleported from the west to the east. The culprit sure had talent, but the plan was all constructed by the true mastermind, Mikado. The culprit had simply done what they were told to do. Even so, they killed Teria with their own hands. Nothing can change that. Culprit, the last remaining Void member, the one who cruelly murdered Teria. Iroha Nijiwe, the ultimate painter. It's you. Oh, that delivery killed me.
Well, well, well.
No, I don't want to die. I don't want to be killed. Please save me. Mom, Dad, anyone, I'm sorry. Please.
Sorry, girly pop. Now, shall we put an end to this?
I know it's already kind of late to ask something like this when you've already killed 3 of your comrades. But are you really going to abandon Iroha Mikado? If she's gone, you would be the only Void remaining.
And you think he needs any help going against the 3 of you who have little to no brain cells? Oh, you're so funny! So funny! You're so stupid, Yoriko. And what difference does that make? It was all destined to work out this way. Yes. They were all just stepping stones, just here to fill up the numbers. After all, no one can even hope to understand my desire to see him once again. Isn't that right, Yuki?
Why are you asking Yuki of all things? Leave him alone.
Why do you think he's bugging Yuki? Why do you think he's bugging Yuki?
The fuck should Yuki know about this?
We've sussed that out, Rina. You know.
He mad.
He's pissed.
Shut up. Don't you dare look at me that way.
I'm already getting excited. What beautiful flower will you bloom into? And is nigh. Now then, Monocro, it's time for your announcement. Of the end of this class trial. I am fucking out of tea. God damn it.
We should be able to save soon.
Hey! Fuck yeah!
That's a shit
That's
ton.
an excellent rank. Oh my god, that's so much money. That is so much more money. Nice.
That's
That's probably one of our best rankings so far.
probably.
For the class trials? I think so. Now it has all been agreed upon. It's time to commence the voting system. All remaining participants, please vote for the culprit with the switch in front of you. Abstention is not permitted, so make sure to participate in the voting time. All votes have now been confirmed. I will disclose the results. Much different, announcement than he's normally done.
Yeah. Of course it was fucking Mikado, eh?
Yes. Oh, we're about to get there. Yeah.
And should we
Because
end
I
the
need
part
tea
here?
before I deliver. Yes, because I need tea before I deliver this next part, please.
Alrighty then we shall end this part at this wonderful cliffhanger right here. And next time we shall see what happens.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So yeah, until then, goodbye.